Hi friends, welcome to the class of fluid mechanics. In today's session, I will give the introduction about the fluid mechanics. From the name itself, it's detect about fluid and mechanics. Fluid means anything which can flow. Okay, so how it is flowing, with mechanics we will deal here. So first of all, what is fluid? Any idea what is fluid? Yes, just now I told you anything which can flow. Now anything which can flow means liquid can also flow, gas can also flow. We are saying na air is flowing or air is blowing, water is flowing. So liquid and gas both can flow. So both comes under category of fluid. See here. Here, suppose this is case of solid. Now what is happening? We are keeping a solid and we are keeping the solid in between two surfaces. Let it be plate. Now we are moving the top surface, top layer. So what is happening? We are taking rubber as example. Rubber can be deformed, it can be stretched, and it is a solid. So we are taking example of rubber. Now we are applying shear stress, shear force as the top layer of the rubber. So what is happening? Because of the force applied at the top layer, rubber is deforming its shape. Rubber is deforming its shape. It is not flowing. It is changing its shape. Okay? So this is the case of solid. By applying the shear stress, it will change its shape. Okay, and how much it is changing shape with angle alpha. It is deforming its shape by the angle alpha. This angle is nothing but shear strain. Now, coming to definition of fluid, we will talk about fluid. A substance in a liquid or gas phase. As I already told you, anything which can flow. So liquid can also flow, gas can also flow. So a substance in liquid or gas phase is fluid. A solid can resist a shear stress by deforming. If you are applying shear stress on solid, it can resist it. How? By deforming or by changing the shape. But what about fluid? When you apply shear stress on fluid, it will continue deforming. It will continue deforming. It will not stop. It will continue deforming. So what happens? It starts flow. It is continuing the deformation means it starts the flow. Okay. In solid, stress is proportional to strain, but in fluid, stress is proportional to strain rate, means strain per unit time. This is one of the important difference. In solid, stress is proportional to strain, but in fluids, stress is proportional to rate of strain, you can say, or strain rate, means strain per unit time. This is the major difference. And solid can resist the shear stress. How? By changing the shape. But fluid cannot resist. It will continue deformation. So it will start flowing or take the shape of container. See, liquid is not having any shape, defined shape. Okay, how you will get the shape? Suppose you are filling in a glass, it will occupy the shape of glass. If you fill in a cup, it will occupy the shape of cup. If you fill in a bucket, it will occupy the shape of bucket. Similarly, air. If you fill in a tire, it will take the shape of tire. If you fill in a balloon, it will take the shape of balloon. So, it is not having its own shape. It is occupying the shape of or getting the shape of container where it is filled or the space where it is filled. Okay. Now, unlike a liquid, a gas does not form a free surface and it expands to fill entire available space. Now, what does it mean? Suppose you are filling water in a glass. What is happening? If you are filling some liquid, suppose it is 1 liter glass. If you are filling 200 ml only, it will occupy the space 200 ml only. 800 ml space, that will be vacant, empty. You can see, if you take a transparent glass, you fill water. If you fill half, you see only half of the space is filled with water, another half is empty. But the same thing is not with gas. Fill the gas, it will cover all the space. It will cover entire space. Okay. Now, this is the example. See, this dark color, thick line, this is the container. Now here, blue color, this is the liquid. So above this, there is nothing. So this top layer of the liquid is nothing but free surface. But in gas, if it is open, the gas molecules are inside as well as outside also. So it will cover all the space. So this is the difference between liquid and gas. Both are fluid, but then also there is a difference between liquid and gas. Okay. Next, microscopic view. If you see through microscope, in solid, the molecules are closely packed and are in some proper manner. They are arranged in some proper manner and they are closely packed in solid case. Case of solid. This is the example. This mountain or glacier, you can say, this is the solid. Now fluid. This river water, you can say this is a fluid. And fluid is incompressible. In fluid, the molecules are random and are at some distance. You can see the difference in the arrangement of the molecules. They are random, not properly arranged, and they are at some more distance compared to the solid. Correct? Now, third case, gas. This steam is nothing but gas. Air is the nothing but gas. It is compressible. You can compress it. Now here you can see again molecules are at larger distance. The distance between molecule to molecule is very much in case of gas. And here also they are not in fixed pattern or in a proper pattern. They are random. Okay. So this is the difference between the arrangement of the molecules. So you can be asked, tell the difference between solid, liquid and gas. So like this, in the basis of molecule you can say. Okay. Now, intermolecular bonds are strong in solid and weak in gas. Why? You have seen the figure, they are properly arranged and closely packed. So, intermolecular bonds are strong in case of solid, but they are weak in gas because molecules are at distance apart and they are not properly arranged. They are loose. Okay. Now, solid. Talking about solid, the molecules are arranged in a pattern, right? In liquid, molecules can rotate and translate freely, yes, because there is some space. And in gas, the space is much compared to other two. So what happens? The molecules are far apart and there is no definite order. There is no definite pattern, as I already told you. So again, from this figure you can see, figure A is nothing but arrangement of molecules in case of solid. Figure B shows about the liquid and figure C shows about the gas. Arrangement of molecules on in all the three phases. What are three phases? Solid, liquid and gas. Correct? No, this is about the molecular arrangement. Now, application. Where the fluid mechanics is applied. In daily life you can see air is flowing. You switch on the fan, air blows. From the tap, water will come. Container, water is there. So, this is a real life. Shower, there is the application of fluid. Water will come. Pipeline, Now, in nature, you can see these waterfalls, then power plants, the steam will come or the air will come from top, from this chimney shape, okay? Then wind turbines, these turbines are there and wind will flow, this will blades will rotate. So this is nothing but wind turbine. So this is the application. Okay. In first, here it is liquid, here it is gas, here air, wind. Wind is also form of gas only. Pipings, plumbing, plumber will come na when some problem comes in the pipes, in the household, in the bathrooms, plumber will come. So what happens? There is leakage in water or water stops flowing. So that is nothing but fluid. So these are some applications. There are many more applications. I am giving you only some particular application. Now classification of fluid. How you will classify the fluids? There are generally five types of fluid. Ideal fluid, real fluid, Newtonian fluid, non-Newtonian fluid, and ideal plastic fluid. These are the some types of fluid. Ideal fluid, there is difference between ideal fluid and real fluid. Real is practical. Okay, there is difference. Next, Newtonian and non-Newtonian. There is difference between Newtonian and non-Newtonian. Newtonian, this name comes from scientist Newton. Newton has performed some experiment and he has given some law. For the motion, Newton has given some law. Likewise, here also, regarding fluid also, he has given some law. So, the fluid which follow the Newton law is known as Newtonian fluid, and which does not follow the Newton law, they are known as non-Newtonian fluids. Thank you for today's session, and I will discuss in the another session about the different types of fluid or different classifications of fluid. What are those fluids? Okay, so till now we have discussed fluid, what is fluid, what are different types of fluid, how you differentiate between three phases, solid, liquid, and gas. We have seen some applications of fluid, and last we have seen classification of fluid, how the fluids are classified: ideal, real, Newtonian, non-Newtonian, okay, plastic, like this. So afterwards we will see about different classifications of fluids in detail. Okay, till then, goodbye. Take